3.
Welcome po sa ating YouTube channel. Muli, narito si FRC dahil sa Cool na Cool with FRC. And gaya na pangako natin yung nakaraan na episode, tayo po ay magde-demonstrate kung paano magpalipad ng isang virtual aircraft sa isang flight simulator. I have a certificate na I'm a private pilot. I have a rating for the Cessna 150, 152, and 172. But this time, we will attempt to fly Beechcraft Baron B-58. This is a multi-engine aircraft. And nakasuot pa nga ako ng flight suit, no? Courtesy of my favorite nephew, my pamangkin, no? Si Lance Corporal retired na Clarence Reyes ng US Marines. Yan nagbigay sa akin ng flight suit. Feel na feel mo talaga na parang piloto ka talaga, no? So, ito po, demonstrate natin and I'll show you the various flight controls of the simulator, the switches, and also the flight instrument. So, don't forget to click the subscribe, like, and notification buttons sa ating channel, Cool na Cool with FRC. See you later. Okay, dito po tayo muli. It's FRC in Cool na Cool with FRC, and I would like to demonstrate the various flight controls and various radios, instrument panel, and also our general main monitors. No, we have 6 monitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one is right there. No? So we have the flight controls. Ito po ang ating flight yoke. This is the flight yoke. Flight yoke. This is for controlling the airplane. When you turn the flight yoke towards the right, the airplane would roll to the right. When you turn it to the left, the airplane will roll to the left. And when you pull on the control yoke, the airplane will pitch up. When you push on the control yoke, the airplane will pitch down. So ito po ang ating basic control, no? Dito po, narito po ang ating rudders, no? It really controls the position of the aircraft, which is called the yoke. So if you push on the left rudder, the aircraft will turn towards the left. It will not roll towards the left, it will just turn towards the left. And when you push on the right rudder, the airplane will turn towards the right. No? So ito po ang ating flight controls. We have the yoke and we have the rudders. Dito naman po, we have the throttle quadrant, and this would be the mixture controls. We have 2 engines. This would be the controlling the, let's say, angle of the propeller, and this would be controlling the throttle. So ito po ang ating throttle quadrant. Here we have what we call the trim. It trims the elevator so that the airplane will be stabilized in flight, especially when you want the airplane to maintain a certain attitude or altitude. So this would be the throttle quadrant, this would be the trim panel, these are the controls. And these are the switches. So ito po ang switches, no? And this would be the batteries and alternators. This would control the avionics. This is for the fuel pump. This is for the icing and the pitot heating. Here we have the control lights. We have the panel lights, the beacons, the navigation lights, the strobe, the taxi lights, and the landing lights. Ito naman po, we can open and close the cowling. Usually, it would be open if we are on the ground so that the airplane will not overheat. No? Nakabukas yung cowling niya. But when we are in stabilized flight, you want the cowling to be in the closed position in order to reduce the drag or the friction with the atmosphere. So this would be the switch for the engine. We have two magnetos, the left and right magnetos, and this to ensure that the aircraft would have certain redundancies. No? Pag nag-fail yung isang magneto, meron pa tayong isang magneto. Usually it's on the both magnetos, and this would be the start switch. So these are our switches. And dito na, meron din tayong switches dito. This is the switch for the electric trim for the elevator. This one, up and down. Certain switches for the autopilot, the flight director, and then this for controlling the DNE, whether you want the GPS or you want the navigation radios. So here we have our monitors. This is the radio stack with the autopilot. We have the radio stack right here. We have a multi-function display panel. And then we have here the autopilot. Ito po yung autopilot, no? Our aircraft, virtual aircraft is equipped even with an autopilot. So here is the main instrument panel. Nandito lahat. This would be the 6th stack. We have here the airspeed indicator. We have here the altitude indicator. We have the altimeter. It indicates whether at what altitude we are flying in. This is a turn and bank indicator. We have here the vertical speed indicator. And here we have like a horizontal situation indicator. Dito po. We have the compass right here. Here we have the instruments for the engine. This is the fuel indicator. So narito po lahat ng kailangan natin para mapalipad natin ang ating eroplano. I forgot to mention that the landing gears of the Beechcraft are retractable. So here we have the switch or the landing gear, the switch for to bring the landing gear either up or down. Pag nasa lupa tayo, huwag natin gagalawin ito kasi baka makabig mong pataas, bigla na lang babagsak yung aeroplano mo o masisira ang aeroplano mo. So, ugaliin na natin, no, na kahit na ito ay simulator, we don't touch anything, we don't want to touch on a real aircraft, especially kung delikado. Here we also have the flaps, the switch for the flaps. If you want the flaps to go down, we push it down. If you want the flaps to go up, we push it up. And we need the flaps especially for takeoffs and landings. When you want to modify the camber of the wings so that it would produce more lift. However, more lift would mean more friction. So pag tayo lumilipad na, we want to raise the flaps and make the aircraft as clean as possible. So ito po ang ating flight simulator at napakita natin ang ating mga parts. Sa next episode, magpapalipad po tayo. We'll take off from Tango November Charlie Mike TNCM Princess Juliana Airport in the Caribbean, and we'll fly to a nearby island, St. Barthélemy. It's a very expensive posh vacation spot, no? St. Barthélemy. It's about 20 nautical miles from Princess Juliana. So that airport is quite challenging, yung St. Barthélemy. Yung kanyang code ay Tango Foxtrot Juliet. And it's a very short runway, about 600 meters. And on one side, on one threshold, there's a cliff. On the other side, on the other end, there's let's say, a cove. Pwede kang mahulog sa dagat o mag-overshoot sa dagat. And when you take off towards the cove, you have to make an abrupt left turn because meron ding bundok, no? Sa harapan niya. It's a very challenging airport, and we'll show you how to take off and land in that airport in our next episode. So, cool lang po tayo. This Cool na Cool with FRC. See you next episode po.